Hello, everybody. My name is Shaz, and we're wasting no time today because we are talking about GPTs. It's the latest update from OpenAI. It's really game changing. It's not ChatGPT anymore. We're going to be using GPTs. I'm going to show you why you should make the transition over and how you could do so. I'm really going to break this down in simple terms so you can understand what a GPT is and how you could utilize it within your agency, your business, your personal brand. There's so many options here, but let's hop right into it. This is a massive, massive update that you have to pay attention to. So let me break down what it means for you and how to get started. So this has to be said before we get into GPTs. It's getting to the point, guys, where you have to adapt or die. I cannot tell you where this technology will be in a year. And even worse, I cannot tell you where you will be in a year if you do not adapt this technology. If your competitors are using it and you're not, they're going to fly ahead of you. That's just the reality. And the thing is, they could be worse at your service. They could be worse professionals than you. But if they leverage this technology and they really embrace their business in it, they will fly ahead of you simply because of what it can do. So again, do not get left behind. I would feel terribly guilty if I made these videos and you didn't take action and you got left behind with this technology, because it is the future. And I'm actually rolling out a course very soon, or a program, I should call it, that will teach you the basics so you don't get left behind. I don't have it yet. I just want to keep you in the know because I want to see you succeed with this technology. You're early still, but keep it that way, act upon it. But let's get into GPTs. All right, so GPTs are generative pre-trained transformers. Essentially, this is a quote from OpenAI on how these GPTs operate. They're a tailored version of ChatGPT to be more helpful in your daily life at specific tasks at work or at home, and could share that creation with others. So this is just a textbook definition of GPTs. I like to define GPTs as mini assistants of AI, right? They are trained only on what you tell them, and they do not know anything else, right? They are very niche experts for content writing, for sales training, for all of these different things. And that is sort of the way I utilize them and think about them as a solution. And if GPTs are a basic concept to you, I have many more in-depth topics on my YouTube video. So hit that notification bell. I'm always posting, and always DM me on Instagram. I've answered hundreds of your guys' questions, and I'll not hesitate to help you out. So hit me up there. All right, now you might be wondering why Gordon Ramsay is staring you in the face. Well, I made Chef GPT just as an example for you to wrap your head around the concept of GPTs and how they could be applied to your business. So say you could train this GPT on all of Gordon Ramsay's cookbooks or his YouTube content, and not only can this GPT give you recipes, but it could think about your skill level in the kitchen and recommend you new dishes or recommend you easier solutions for dinner for yourself and for your family, right? Because a machine adaptation will learn your styles, if you're a beginner or if you're not, what techniques you know, and it will come up with different recipes for you. Now, how is this different from ChatGPT? A lot of people are asking this. Chef GPT is specifically made for this purpose, and that is it. It is its own little knowledgeable niche expert, right? ChatGPT has all this information. A GPT just knows what you train it on and is just an expert on that specific context of what you give it. So Chef GPT will only be as smart as the cookbooks and as the YouTube material from Gordon Ramsay that you give it, right? So it's a very niche expert, and it's much different than ChatGPT in the sense where it's an expert on a specific topic. In this case, it's chefs. So now imagine this. You come home from work, you're hungry, your family is hungry, you don't know what to cook. So you type into GPT the ingredients you have, the time you have, and what you feel like eating, like Mexican food, Indian food, whatever it may be. GPT will spit out an answer about the time it's going to take to cook a meal, given the ingredients you have and given your previous skill level and techniques that you could utilize in the kitchen. So instead of just struggling through making a dish or really just contemplating what to eat, GPT will help you out and it'll give you various options, again, based on the parameters you give this specific Chef GPT. All right, now I'm assuming you don't need a Chef GPT at this moment. So if you have a business, these are a few GPTs that you could actually utilize within your business. Again, these are all niche experts. So that is the power of them. You could have a whole team dedicated to specific departments in your business and really optimize them for efficiency. So lead generation GPT, you could give it all of your advertising data and ask it what channels you should actually advertise on. Marketing GPT, you could give it 2 ad sets and you could ask which one you should go with and why, and it will give you reasons. You could ask Content GPT whether you want to post an Instagram story or a reel, what the benefits would be and how many people would actually go through the funnel that you have for your business. You could ask HR GPT, here are 2 candidates' resumes, which one would best fit in our company given our goals? And it will give you a very good and comprehensive summary of both of the candidates so you can make the best decision. Finally, you have Future GPT. Say Forbes writes an article on the AI revolution and a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and how you could adapt. You could paste this into future GPT and it will give you an action plan on how to future-proof your business with AI and automation. All right, now looking at some of those GPTs I just showed you, I really hope you understand the concept of how insane the leverage is and how this would really benefit your business. I mean, with GPTs now you have experts that are trained on your business. You do not pay them a salary. They work 24/7 for you. The more you use them, the better they get, and they could interact with other applications. This is more of an advanced topic where GPTs could interact with outside softwares and really perform more tasks and just exponentially increase the value of GPTs. I'm going to cover that in another video. That's for another time. DM me if you have questions on that. But what more could you want? Like, what more could you want as a business owner than to have 10 GPTs in your business that are trained on your sales data? And that could do a lot of the busy work for you and the creative work as well. I mean, what more could you want? And then going into this interaction with other applications, it just takes it to a whole nother level. I will be making a video of that sometime in the future. It's insane. So guys, I want to re-emphasize adapt or die. Every business will do this in their business and use this every day. It's just a matter of when. You still have an early mover's advantage. Don't throw that out of the window. Take action on this. DM me if you need help, and there'll be free resources in the description as well. And here are some of those. The first link will have a free AI audit with myself. I will go for 20 minutes and talk about everything in your business that could be automated using AI and automation to really help you out and help your employees as well, make you more money, save you more time. And if you don't have time for a call, that is no worries. I have made an AI assessment where it will take you literally 100 seconds to fill out, and you will get custom AI and automation use cases for your business. I'll just email them back to you. If you want that, it's super helpful and only takes, again, 100 seconds. Just DM me the word 100 on Instagram, and I'll help you out. I'll get that over to you so you could just go through and see what automation use cases in AI you could use in your business. All right, guys, now we're going to hop into building a GPT and one I set up for myself yesterday. All right, guys, now we are in the GPT interface. This is only for Chat GPT Plus users. I recommend getting it. That's just my opinion. But go to the top left corner and you'll see an area to create GPTs. Hit create and you will land on this website, or GPT builder, as I should say. Now, when you get here, you have two options for actually creating your first GPT. You have the create button and you have the configure button. All right. So create button is really, really powerful. This is one of the biggest updates. You could create a GPT by just talking to AI. You could say, I want a GPT to help me cook, like the example I was giving earlier, right? And this is super powerful because you can make a whole chatbot just by inputting regular language. No code is needed. So you could say, hey, I want a marketing GPT to do X, Y, and Z. It will probably ask you some questions back, go back and forth until you get your GPT that is optimized. And the way you test this GPT is on the right side. So left side is building it, right side is testing it. All right, that's simple. Now, I personally like to configure my GPTs instead of creating them because you could get a more accurate response. It's a little more in depth, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. All right, so we're going to go over to configure. And this is sort of the back end of my GPT. Again, I set this up like 6 hours ago at like 2 in the morning. So it's not the best one, but it's very simple to do. So let me show you how it works. So you're just going to give it a name. You're going to give it a description. You could give it a logo if you want. And this specific GPT is called the Potential Client Evaluator. Now, what it does is when a sales call is booked in on my calendar, I want a GPT to evaluate the potential of this lead. And no section is more important right here than your instruction section, right? These are the custom instructions of what to do, what not to do, how to say stuff, how to phrase stuff. The expertise you want GPT to bring to the table, you're going to lay it out all in the instructions. Write a lot here. Write every single thing you want, guys. It would be very hard for you to run out of room. The text input is massive. Put all the instructions you could possibly want in here so you could get the best possible response. So a basic rundown of my prompt is, you are a GPT that allows me to instantly and accurately evaluate my prospects that book in a discovery call with me. My company helps businesses, agencies of all kind implement artificial intelligence automation into their workflow to streamline automations, increase profits, minimize costs, and make their lives easier. The first part is just giving GPT a context of what its function is, and then going slowly into the background and every single detail of what you want it to do. So start off by just giving it a job, right? Say, I want you to do this, and then explain in detail all of the different things that are necessary for them to know, or for the GPTs to know, to actually perform this task. So after describing what I want and my company's goals, I go a little bit into my sales process, and I go a bunch into different responses that I want the GPT to output in this box over here to help me out. And the cool thing about GPTs is you're not limited to just text. You could put in any information you want in here, Google Docs, Excel spreadsheets. You could even put in pictures, which I did. I put a picture of my discovery call form so the GPTs are familiar with what that form looks like. This is an absolute game changer for me because as soon as I get a discovery call booked in, I simply screenshot the discovery call form that the client or the potential client has filled out. I paste it in here and GPT does the work. It is that simple. And I'm sure there's ways to automate it even better. So as soon as I get that discovery call, it just comes right into here. I'm going to work on that later. Again, I set this up last night or early this morning. And then furthermore, here are some amazing features. You can enable web browsing, DALL-E image generation, and code interpreter. I would just leave all of these on. Essentially just makes it more powerful. You don't really need all of them like code interpreter or even image generation. I don't need, but web browsing is super cool. So it has accurate information about the web. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, there are outside actions you could take with this GPT with other softwares, and that is in this create an action button right here. I'll make a whole nother video on this because this stuff is crazy. Like you could interact with so many other web applications and softwares through these GPTs. And you could really automate everything. It's insane. I'm going to make another video on it. If you need help, just DM me on Instagram and I'd love to talk about it. This stuff is insane. So as you can see, I just said hi to it. It says, if you have a screenshot of the prospect's responses for the discovery call, share it with me and let's come up with a game plan to close that client on the call, right? It's that simple. It's super helpful for me now. Again, I just take a screenshot, I put it in here, and this really helps me develop a sales call for this person so I could close them as a full-time client. So now that you have seen this GPT in action and sort of gotten a better understanding of what it is and how you can integrate it into your business to make life easier, what more could you want? Isn't the leverage it provides insane? I mean, you could have the workforce of 10 people as a solo entrepreneur, all within one browser on your computer. What else could you want? It's insane, guys. You have to look at this technology. So I encourage you to build GPTs and build them well. There are such things as bad GPTs that will give bad responses and just not be helpful. If you're going to spend an hour looking at GPTs, spend 15 and make the best possible GPTs for your business because the work that you put into the GPT will be there forever. You might as well just invest all of that time and resources into it to make the best possible GPTs to help you out. So build GPTs and build them well if you're going to build them at all. And again, if you need help formulating what GPTs to build or even how to build them, hop on this free AI audit with me. I'll tell you everything you need to know and it's all free. Or DM me 100 on Instagram and I will get you over the AI assessment so you could see what AI and automation needs in your business would be applicable and you can sort of take action from there. If you guys want more free information, I make a ton of videos on different niches and different use cases on how you can start with AI for free. So definitely go check out my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe bell. That'd be awesome. And DM me on Instagram. Again, if you have help, if you have questions, if you have doubts, DM me on Instagram. I would be happy to help you. If you have made it to this point in the video, comment down below, made it, and I will listen to your recommendations above all else. What do you want to see next? It is obvious that you care about AI and automation if you have stayed to this point. So comment, made it, and give me your recommendation, and I will make that video next. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on that free AI audit call in my Instagram DMs, or I will see you in the next YouTube video. Have a great day.